Good evening. I'd like to welcome the family, friends, faculty, staff, and administrators who have come to support and celebrate the graduating Portsmouth High School class of 2011. When I started writing the speech, I wanted to write a speech that was profound, a speech that was stirring, a speech that could change the lives of everyone here today. Regrettably, this is not that speech. To deliver a speech like that, I would need to draw on incredible life experiences or great obstacles I've had to overcome. In this department, however, I believe Portsmouth has failed me, by which I mean gave me a B+, because although a few of my classmates have faced such challenges, for most of us, the obstacles have been things like college applications and finding a summer job. And so, my speech is slightly less ambitious, a bit more limited. It's about how growing up in Portsmouth has prepared the class of 2011 to take on the world. Yes, I know. A giant tsunami has not just wrecked our island and caused nuclear power plants to melt down. Instead, our wind turbine spins peacefully, and we see only what looks like a nuclear plant over there in Somerset. In my lifetime, there have been no violent protests in Portsmouth, although that last tent meeting was pretty rough. Let's face it, we've grown up in a peaceful environment punctuated not by missiles or roadside bombs, but by 4th of July fireworks at Escobar Farm, and soon by the bazillions of other fireworks being sold all over the state, which apparently has 0 moms in its legislature. So are we the soft generation, raised to believe that we can work smarter, not harder, and that we are all special and can always come home and live in our parents' basements, as Dewey said? Did growing up in peaceful Portsmouth, Rhode Island limit our ability to be better than Generation X, the baby boomers, or even the greatest generation? No. Like all the generations before us, we face what appear to be insurmountable challenges. The world today presents the challenges of terrorism, climate change, virulent diseases, and even the end of the world, now predicted to be as early as October 21st. Don't worry, Aunt Sue, I'll still get you a birthday present. However, in the 1890s, it was also predicted that by 1930, horse manure would reach the level of New York City's 3rd-story windows. And while many Red Sox fans think that this came true, in actual fact, it did not. What the forecaster did not foresee was the replacement of the horse by the internal combustion engine. Human ingenuity overcame a seemingly insoluble problem. If there is one thing I want you to remember about the class of 2011, it is this. Faced with the possibility of being buried under all manner of horse manure, our class shall overcome. Why am I so confident? Because in Portsmouth, we were not raised to face disasters by just running out to buy bread, milk, and eggs. We know that gathering the ingredients for French toast is not enough. Unless, of course, the disaster happens to be a hurricane or blizzard, then by all means, carry on. No, I am confident that we can overcome the challenges we will face because first, we have been taught in Portsmouth that anything is possible. In Portsmouth, we can leave cash boxes unattended by roadside stands without fearing that they will be stolen. We preserve the things that matter to us, such as small farms and old-growth forests. Clements Market doesn't just employ PHS students and donate a ton of money to local schools. They embrace what is truly Rhode Island, even when it means prominently displaying a giant Mr. Potato Head statue. All these things, the everyday miracles of life in Portsmouth, teach us that if we are generous, tolerant, and have a real sense of community, anything is possible. Second, I am confident we shall overcome because we are growing up in the era of amazing technological advances. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, the social network that launched Justin Bieber also helped create the Arab Spring pro-democracy movements across the Middle East. Locally, we've seen Portsmouth.patch.com invite us to debate the important issues of the day. Well, maybe the Froshmore dress debate was more Justin Bieber and less Arab Spring, but hey, the potential is there. Finally, I'm confident we shall overcome because judging by how my classmates have fared in sports, academics, and extracurriculars, ranging from musical composition to building a wolf, we have the talent, interest, ambition, and capacity for hard work to become, if not the greatest generation, at least a great generation. I will end with a quotation because, as Oscar Wilde once said, quotation is a serviceable substitute for wit. This is something an actual member of the greatest generation, my grandmother, told my mom when my mother was a small child. I believe it will help you face the challenges that lie ahead. So So what my grandmother said was this: if those other dummies can do it, so can you. So class of 2011, we are now fully prepared. Finally cross those bridges we've mainly just looked at and take the world by storm. Thank you.
Thank you, Dewey and Jamie. I now invite members of the Portsmouth High School Chorus in the graduating class to please join your mates for one final performance